Forgiveness is not the only way to getting closer to God. Forgiveness is not the only way to getting closer to God. The only way you can get closer to God is self-acceptance. I see people on radio, I hear people on radio, TV, they make videos and they would make people sit down or kneel down, and they would lay hand on them and tell them to accept Jesus Christ as a personal Lord and Savior. If you do that, there's no way you go to heaven, because you can't accept Jesus Christ as your personal Lord and Savior if you have not accepted yourself. If you accept Jesus Christ as your personal Lord and Savior, you will still find yourself going back to that sin because you have not learned the sin. Like he said, heaven help those who help themselves. Let me give you the correct guide on how you can allow God, allow Jesus to come into your life. The very first thing that you should embark on is self-acceptance. You're good just the way you are. You're okay just the way you are. Accept yourself just the way you are. Love yourself the way you are. If you have some form of disability, maybe you have left eye, one eye, or no eyes at all, you're in a wheelchair, you're using crutches. Love yourself that way, because if you think about it, the only person that can truly love you is yourself. The whole world is just experiencing you, and when they see you being disabled, a lot of them would not want to come close to you because society has thought them people who are disabled are not part of us, and a lot of people will look at you and count you aside. Of course, that is the plain truth. People do it, but Jesus Christ doesn't want that. God is interested in your heart, not your appearance. For he seeks the hearts of man and not the appearance. Accept yourself the way you are. If you think you being in a wheelchair or using crutch, life is hard for you. For people that are normal like us, we still go through hell. So don't think you're the only one experiencing difficulty. Of course, we all are. But the truth is that we just don't like to speak it out and let people hear it. We just want to act fine and say, oh, you are in a wheelchair, things are going to go bad for you. But for me, I'm okay, I'm trying. All it takes is just for you to be in the wrong place at the wrong time, and your whole life will change. A person who has no deformity could have one. You could lose an eye, lose an arm, lose both legs, or literally anything could happen to you. Then what would you say? You find yourself deeping and sinking deep hole into the negative side, which is when Christ do not want. The only way you can truly know God, understand him, and be with him is by loving yourself. Because when you love yourself, your heart will be opened. Your heart will be filled with love, care, compassion, and also self-love. When you love yourself and then you accept Jesus Christ as your personal Lord and Savior, then definitely when he comes into you, those things that you have will be amplified. So it's not just about reading the Bible or going to church. If your heart is polluted, then those things will not work. So for those of you that are always constantly going to people to pray for you and to preach to you and to show you the way of God, don't do that. Their job as pastors and representatives of God, they should only indulge you and enlighten you more on the spiritual realm, but they do not know that, because people only know themselves based on how deep they know themselves. It depends on the way you're thinking and your understanding of God. When I learned this, I realized this, right? I don't need anybody to pray for me. I don't need anybody to cast and bind for me. I can do that myself. If I'm able to speak about God, I can build a church and start teaching and preaching to people, but I don't want to do that. This is what I want to do. I want to tell you that you are your own pastor. The reason why you rather go and let people pray for you is because of you do not believe enough in yourself. Because where you are, you feel like you are less and nobody can show up for you. But it's not true. You need to praise and worship him like no other. God is not just in your pastor. God is also in your heart too. So what is holding you back? What is keeping you back? What is pulling you from not allowing him into your life? God is everywhere. You are everywhere. Both of us are the same. We come from the same source. For it is said that he created me and you in his image and likeness. We came from the same drop of water. So what is the need of hating each other, putting each other down, disrespecting each other, fighting each other, cursing, manipulation? All of those things are not needed. All that is needed is love. Love can do a whole lot in any man's life. So don't lack love. Add more love. Be love. Live in love, and everything will be okay with you.